Shout out to YouTube for feeding me an ad the second I press the go button. Ads are gross. Disable them if you can. Hey, welcome Stormcrow 9008. Welcome Random Convos Cassie. Just saying hi since I got the notification. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Another work night tonight. We'll give you a call sometime soon. Wicked Dragon says hello there. Welcome, Wicked Dragon. Comstar Knight putting pressure on me to send the models. What are we thinking here? How about a crab and what's another Comstar Knight chat that's not a Black Knight, a Hunchback? Comstar Mech, I mean. Sounds good. Enjoy your live. Yes, we'll give you a call soon. I need to get up during the day and give you a ring. Let's pick a mech for Comstar. There's already a Hunchback in it, Mr. Nate. Let's check the old Locust Labs library. Mr. Comstar, have you done a Lightbringer yet? Is that what it was? It's an older one. I'm looking for it. What is it supposed to be? The Lightbringer is the Penetrator. Yeah, let me know if you have the file or not. If you don't have it, I'll fund it for you. Damn, that's a cool kit. I need to get that up on the web store. Here, let me show that to y'all. We're gonna call this LL Preview. Yeah, I'll buy it tonight and send it to you. You know what am I talking about? I'll buy it right now and send it to you. Woo! Uh-oh. Oh! Music freezed up for a second. Here, I got it inbound, Mr. Comstar. Sending it to you. What the hell was that? We were looking up the Lightbringer. I just downloaded it. Ah, right here. Dude, check this out, y'all. Check this fucking fabulous thing out. If you guys don't know about Locust Labs mechs at this point, you get your hands on some. And if you don't have a 3D printer, check out the Country Fried Minis eBay store where I print and sell Locust Labs mechs. We'll get this one up there. That'll be my this week's goal. We'll get that one posted in there. What is that? That's a penetrator, right? Good models I bought and printed several. Hell yeah. I will forever be a shill for Locust Labs, barring some kind of extreme event. We're almost ready, y'all, by the way. We're almost ready. I've got that you can hear the music means that the preview is running over there. Looks like we're stable. I do like to wait a moment and make sure we stay in the green. Though I don't know if y'all have noticed, since Comcast did infrastructure upgrades in my area, Comcast has stopped killing streams. It just goes to show that if your ISP is not providing service that you pay for, you need to call and bitch until they do their job. It took me getting in touch with the supervisor of the maintenance staff for them to actually get someone out here. What is it they say? Squeaky cog gets the grease or whatever. Stormcrow says, you have Comcast, you have my sympathies. My family have been customers for nearly 20 years. Finally glad to be away from them. So that's an interesting point. My building has a contract with Comcast. They're my only option. And the Google Fiber building, I can see it at the window right now. It's about 60, 70 yards down the street. Thank you, Mr. Comstar, and y'all keep an eye out for some really fun stuff painted up by Comstar Knight. If you haven't seen his work, make sure to check him out. What's your Instagram, Mr. Comstar? Can you send me a link in the Discord? I don't have your Instagram page, sir. Not handy. Comstar Knight Insta. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I don't use the Instagram. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You guys make sure to check out Mr. Comstar Knight's work. He does fabulous stuff. This man puts out more mechs than anyone else I know.
2 tracks have dropped. This one is lit AF. What is lunch, baby? I'm hungry, baby. I'm hungry for more. What is lunch, baby? I'm starving, baby. I'm starving encore.
Oh, is that a little low? After all of that, is our Pangea a little low? Yeah, make sure to check out Comstar Knight. He also sells on eBay. Fucking big time friend and contributor to the channel. Show that man some love. All right, yeah. Okay, I think I'm ready to start actually working. I left a whole bunch of paint over at my desk. Testing the mic test, testing the mic test. All right, let's see if this camera works. My camera up here has been giving me trouble. Latency test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a long delay tonight. I hear audio, I hear text, I see colors, I see sounds. Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to another live stream right here on Country Fried Minis. I'm your host Cameron, the country boy in the big city, presenting once more from the Bullshit Corner 2.0, and tonight we're gonna paint some fucking mechs. They're not actually Ghost Regiment. So that's a bit of a what do you call that? Oh yeah, clickbait. They're very close to Ghost Regiment though. And I have done a little bit of work behind the scenes after Tuesday's stream, or Monday's stream? Monday's stream. After Monday's stream to get ready for tonight. These guys they've gotten their base coat of the contrast paint. They've been dry brushed up in silver gray and then white. Kind of doing a very subtle focused area highlight up towards the tops. And tonight we're going to dive into all the freehandy stuff. We're starting out with the red. We'll move on to all the other colors and paint the little dragons and whatnot. It's going to be a lot of fun. Or maybe not. It could be awful. It could be a terrible time. You never know. But either way, we'll have fun. And there's no airbrush involved, so we will limit the complaining as much as possible. So you never know. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope you have your own projects. Hope you have some hot food either on your plate or in your belly or in your near future. Hope things are going super well. And I hope that the pains of the world and the trajectory of things in your reality are not trending towards bad times and instead trending towards good times. Because fucking A, it's so needed in this world right now. Let's paint some minis, y'all. Alright, where do we start? I think we're gonna start with I never did give. Oh, I did give him the other mechs. Yeah. We gotta pop open our Fiverr and dive back into the client's requests and see what we have. See what we have on the agenda. There should be a messages section. There it is. Let's go ahead and get an idea of what we're doing with the red. I'll show it to the camera here in a second. Okay, looks like first bit we're doing is for the dragon. We're doing like a red splash across the midsection. Thank you, Nightbot. Wait for Nightbot to stop her nonsense. We're gonna run the red across the midsection. We're gonna do the sunburst on the left arm. We're gonna do little tips of the antennas in red, and we'll do a double stripe on the arm. All right, that's one. Next after that will be Thug. Thug's got the same deal going on, kind of midriff, starburst on the shoulder, easy peasy. Gonna have a good time. And I think they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same in that the middle section is this like jagged red tear. So that's what we're gonna go for there. And I'm excited for it. And we're gonna film it to a 10-minute minis project. So buckle up, grab your biscuits, and let's have a good time, having a bad time, painting up on some minis right here on Country Fried Minis. Yours spot for farting into paper tubes. Is that camera flickering? We got a flicker going on the shoulder cam? Oh, I think it's actually... No, there it goes. Okay. All right. We'll get our phone set up here. And we're going to dive in with some red. Now, I'm wondering if we need to do... if we need to start with our gory red or not. I think it might be a little too dark for what we're going for here. Also, it looks like this camera is still doing autofocus instead of locked focus. See if I can fix that real quick. It's not supposed to be changing focus. Yeah, autofocus is actually off. Let's hit the AFL setting. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think our gory red is going to be too dark, and I think our flat red is a little too flat. I think based on the pictures, we want something a little more vibrant. So I think we're going to use Scarlet Blood, and we might use the gory red to bring it down with a wash. I think we may wash it down. ISPs, telecoms, divvy up cities and counties. One side are street head conference, the other head Verizon. Yeah, it's a shame. It's an absolute shame, and I would really love to get good service in my area. Though they have upgraded, they have at least fixed some stuff. I haven't had any more complete losses of upload speed, which is the problem I was having. So hopefully that stays on that trend. I really don't want to be, you know, fighting against that, trying to do streams. Okay, so I think in that, for that, we need our wet palette, which who the fuck knows where it's at? It's all the way over there. It's all the way over there. I gotta go across the room and grab it, so I'll be right back. Who the fuck knows why it's over there? Alright, got the wet palette. Let's get some hydrophone sheets on it. If I can figure out where those are at now. Where the fuck is that? And it never fails that right when you need a thing, it ain't nowhere to be found. Alright, I gotta go find where my sheets are. You guys hear that traffic? That guy's penis must be at least 15 inches long. Where the fuck Alright, like everything else, they were over on the catch-all table. Okay. Oh, chat has been dead this whole time. So once again, YouTube's piece of shit garbage app has had chat dead. I haven't been able to see any chat updates for at least like, what, 8-9 minutes now? How long have we been live? We're 20 minutes in. We're 20 minutes in. The loading screen is just hecking loud? What's the loading screen? Oh, yes. Man, Holy moly. Chat has been dead this whole... Their app is shit garbage. Every time an ad comes through, chat dies, and I have to, like, address my... give into my paranoia and refresh the page every 30 seconds. Screaming into the void this whole time? Yep. My chat froze. I'll tell you exactly where. Right at Instagram.com/p/ at the Instagram link. My chat has been dead from there. That's because the YouTube app is really bad. Is really, really bad. Uh-oh. That camera come back? Looks like it. It's really out of focus, but if I fuck with the focus, it breaks. All right. So we got our wet palette finally. We got it here. We're going to Pro Video mode. We're going to start recording. We're going to show this to the camera. We're going to hydrate that boy. Get it nice and moist. And then we'll toss on a new piece of parchment and get in on some red. Red. If I was in Discord, I'd press that button. Ah, yes, Nightbot reminding folks that you can spend your biscuit coins over at the CFM loyalty store. You gain biscuit coins by actively participating in chat, having them given to you by a moderator, or by gambling. ! Gamble/number. What the hell's going on with the color on that camera? Why is it green? You guys see that? Alright, let's shift this over. Let's get out our Scarlet Blood, which the camera is not even trying to focus on. Not even attempting to focus on it. So we'll do that. Put some out. Alright, so now we need a drop of clean water, which is this container. Like, just one drop is probably fine. And I think I just dribbled water on one of those mechs. We'll thin this out a little bit, just a bit. And we're going to go around these mechs and get stuck in hitting their midriffs with their nice red tear. I think we'll film one of them. Maybe the dragon itself. And we're just going to start attacking the middle. And I think the intention here is to just create a zone of red. We'll start with a stripe, and then we'll come out from there and do kind of the ragged edges. All right. So this should go fairly quickly tonight. I expect we're in for a nice 3-hour window, maybe 4. I went ahead and picked up dinner before the stream so that I'd have food and wouldn't have to worry about trying to make the store before they close. Yeah. So we can just focus on getting our painting done. Here, let's even bring this thing in so y'all can see the work in better detailing. Yes. You're well on your way, Mr. Square Peg, working up towards that Redeem Rich, which costs 10 million biscuit coins. Redeem Rich. 10 million. I'm pretty sure what you keep calling a sunburst is supposed to be a flower, but I can't find a reference. Yeah, it's the sunburst. It's the Japanese sunburst. It's the rising sun. It is actually a sunburst. Hello, Matthew. Yes, I am painting Battletech today. Long time no see, senor. We are painting a set of Kuritan mechs with some happy little dragon iconography painted up on them. And we're juggling filming this and streaming it. It's going to get turned into a happy little 10-minute minis episode here sometime soon. We'll get the Black Knight video out first, of course. That's big priority. This one's on the agenda, though. I don't know if it'll be the February video. We might do it as the March video. I was kind of thinking our February video could be a Valentine's Day thing, or at least Valentine's adjacent, and we'll finish painting Squirrel Girl, maybe. I think that would be super fun. Run an ad for Gaz Minis. Just so happened to catch a stream as I bring nose that the Australian cat is back. Ah, yes, I saw something about that. My sleep schedule has not been super conducive to catching the Pega streams, but y'all definitely should check out friend of the channel Peganeko and encourage the Australian cat to continue putting out fun content. I'm not, unfortunately, drinking out of my Peganeko mug tonight. Mostly because I've already drank my coffee. Okay, so I think our agenda here is to... We're just going to go around all these models and do our initial striping. And then we'll bust the camera back out and film doing the jagged edges. Film the jagged edges. And then what else did we have on this? We had like the little bit on the head. We had the rising sun symbol on the arm. Should be fun. Gosh, she streams at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's really, yeah, I've been like actually going to bed kind of at those hours, though I have been doing a little bit of Escape from Tarkov late on my Ice Green Fiend channel, so I maybe could catch one every now and then. If nothing else, they'll make for a good VOD to go back and check out. What is our Thug looking like? Okay, so Thug is getting black on the face, so we don't need to worry about this end here, but we do need to kind of wrap it under the missile launchers and down onto the legs. I think that's somewhere we're fucking up a little bit. Just double check. Yeah, it does appear that our client wants the red all the way down onto the top of the thighs, so we'll do that. I've tried, but I can't watch her stuff. It's the Avatar. I just hate everything about animated paper dolls. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. I'm not what... Honestly, I'm not much for the VTuber thing myself. If it's animated doll or like full model, not really my cup of tea. Shit, I don't even know how I ended up finding out about Pega's channel. I do not recall, but I do support the cat. It may just be because cat. I'm generally a fan of cats. And cats that paint Warhammers, I like that. I do like that. Alright, so we're going to continue on with this reddening. The reddening here, and this one gets the red kind of put towards the top since he's got a rotational dealio. Get that set up. We're just gonna blob on some red. That's step one here. So we get that on. We'll probably go back in and hit this with the wash afterwards, and then we'll make it make more sense. All right, top messages. Let's get off top messages. That tells me that chat has broken again. Man, is it really just feeding ads that much? Is that what's going on here? That's crazy. I've got it on medium. I would honestly completely disable the ads, but YouTube is very insistent on having the ads. You can see it reflected in the analytics. If you turn off ads, they like shadow ban your videos. They suppress them. Or suppress probably isn't accurate. They deprioritize pushing them through the impressions. All right, we got a little boo-boo here. So I'm gonna get a different brush and wick away that red with a moistened brush. Now, if I can do something else and just listen to her streams, it's fine as long as I don't have to use my eyes. Yeah, it's fine. Plus, it is a very inconvenient time. It does suck trying to interact with those Aussie folks. You know, being on the other side of the world and all. I suppose it's worse for you guys in Eastern time zones. At least have that extra 3 hours here on the West Coast. Got another little boo-boo here. Let's lift that paint off with a moistened brush tip. We're using a very small little brush here. And yes, I'm licking my brush. It's just... Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. If you don't like brush licking, then I don't know what to tell you. Yes, it's as gross as you think it is. All right, so continue almost. We're just doing red stripe, basically a blobby, uneven red stripe. Trying to be really careful to not get it in any of our metallics that we did, and this will set the foundation for the next bit of work. Yes. We'll expand it in a bit. Just want that first layer down. Get that first layer action. Now this one is going to be tough to reach, I think. So we got to thread in between here and not hit the ball joint, which I did just hit a little bit. See if we can fix that. Right there. Okay, there we go. Yummy cadmium artist paste, delicious. Every time I think of brush licking, I remember the radium go. Well, I mean, you know, they really, at least in the beginning, they weren't super aware of the dangers there, and it is interesting to note that the brush licking is out of, it's a technique. It works really well. The bad part about it is licking the brush removes residual paint. It moistens it perfectly, and it also reshapes the tip all in one motion. It is a really bad habit, but you know, sometimes when you need a fast reshape on that brush, it's the way. And I have, well, it's a very entrenched habit for me at this point. I just made another boo-boo. Let's get in here and see if we can't lift all that off. See, like right here, like I'm able to lift all that paint off where I fucked up very quickly. Before it has a chance to set, because I'm not wasting time swizzling that and drying it off and getting it perfectly moistened and running it through the paint water. Just a quick flick of the tongue, and I'm able to pick that up off of the problematic spot. Yes, it's gross. This shit tastes awful. how much plastic am I eating here? You know what I'm saying? It's not an insignificant amount. I will probably die from health-related complications from my artistic endeavors. I mean that, unless a surprise attack bus gets me first. You never know. You gotta watch out for those. Okay, let's slap some paint down, rub it all over. Delicious, delicious red paint. All right, that's 2 of them down. Macroplastics. Oh yes, in for a good time, not a long time. Hey, that sounds like my love life. I am definitely one to extol the virtues of gooning over edging, though good edge work is mighty nice in painting, at least. It's funny because it's a sex thing. All right, so I hope I'm in frame. I haven't been paying much attention to the camera position. Let's just get our red on our boys. Let's rub red all over these fellers, and we'll prepare for cleaning up here in a moment. In a mo. I'm going to try to match our client's specifications as much as I can. Obviously, I can't get them exact or perfect, but we'll try for it. Lift that boo-boo off. Lift that boo-boo, fix all this crap right now. Zombies. Edge highlights, grrr. I do like edge highlights. They make it look nice. Hey there, what's up, Mr. Kotex? Hope you're doing well this evening. We're talking about the joys of gooning. That's not true. I'm the only one talking about that. Anyways, I must be off. Have a good stream. Thank you for stopping by, Matthew. I will keep an eye out for more cat action. Catchion? Cat ions. Ah, yes. Yes. All right. Get our red down. You know, it's funny. I realized after.
Well, you want to woo woo?
Oh,
It's
the
that
woo
woo.
woo.
You know what I'm saying?
Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's only in the morning. He supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock. Woo woo.
Bub Rub, man, that guy just has pure passion for his whistle tips. He loves it. He doesn't mean nobody no harm, but good golly, it is not a nice thing that they're doing with those whistle tips. They're not actually a thing anymore, of course. If you don't know about the whistle tips, then you need to just look up Bub Rub Woo Woo whistle tips. Get the original story. Alright, let's get our red going on here. Get that red midriff. I do like the woo woo. I don't like the actual woo woo, but I like the redemption. Holy moly. Ads, thank you. God, they really just... Those are unskippable. Whatever he means, whether he means anyone harm or not, really matter when he's revving the engine 500 gigs.
We would like to offer you Nottingham's paper tubes.
How's the volume on Attenborough now, by the way? I took some time to rebalance the volume on Tangia so that we didn't have any more screeching Attenborough, but he's still audible. Who else do we bring down? Hank Green was a little too loud. They got moved up, moved down, and then we boosted the Ask Another Nate AI because him's a little quiet. Low? You think it too low? Oh man. Here, I'll do a test. Here, I'll do a test. What was the good one on that? What was the really good one? I think I know. It's tangia.co/countryfriedminis if you want to do this yourself. It's a really good way to give tips to the stream, because they pay out 80% and it goes directly to my PayPal account. Fuck, I gotta get more tokens. Damn it. Hold on, let me give them some money that I'm just gonna give to myself. Alright, bear with me, y'all, bear with me. I'll do a test. What was the... that right there, that's why he's turned down. 100% that's why he's turned down. I could do this. I could give you another DB, but that's it. That's fucking ridiculous. It's this, right? All right, give me just a second. Just a second. We're almost there. Yeah. And then we do this, and then we do... and we go like this, yep. And then we do this. The volume is so inconsistent. Yeah, let's send this through. I'm pretty sure this is the one that got the full volume.
Bees in my butt. Ah, honey all over my nuts. Ah, lizard, 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 lizard. Ah, ah, ah. Nathan's paper tubes are the best for farting into. Ah, bees.
Yeah. See, that's why he's turned down, because that would be exceptionally loud before. I mean, I think they'll pretty much say anything. There's a few like banned phrases, but there's not much they won't say. I mean, come on, the AI Country Fried Cameron was talking about fucking spunk trains, dude. That's disgusting. Now very, very concerned. The bees. Okay, so, all right, little bit of lore for the uninitiated. We're hanging out in the Country Fried Minis Discord voice chat one night, link in the description down below, talking about honeybees? Bumblebees. We're talking about bumblebees because they're called hummel in Dutch. And one of our community members was reading off a URL about insects from one of the EDU websites, and it was whatever.edu/department/whatever/insects:"bees." And I said, "bees?" And from there it's been history. And now bees are a thing in the greater Country Fried Minis expanded universe. They colonize your butt and make butt honey and slowly turn you into a hive mind with the bees. They're actually an eldritch abomination, and over the course of hundreds of thousands of years, they will spell the downfall of humankind as they quest to spread across the stars and take over every facet of livable space. With the time attack. Oh man, ads. I love ads. Love ads. Also, redeem Popcat. I do love Popcat. Okay, so Spider gets the same treatment. I think maybe we'll film this one too. So that way we filmed the dragon and a little bit more of the footage. And we'll just do like a short clip of both of them together. Alright. We're bringing it back, dude. Bringing it back with the time attack. Oh, fuck, I got red. I got red on the dragon. I can clean that up though. That tip is gonna go gold anyways. Anyhow, let's film our spider here. Let's film our spider. Let's snake the tripod over here. Get our little thing set up here. Come on, meow. There we go. Get our tripod going. Slap the phone on there. Just tossing out there for any of y'all who are interested, a $30 tripod and a phone mount for that tripod makes recording all kinds of fun stuff available. And you too could make your own YouTube or whatever social media content pretty easily. I'm definitely down to help any of y'all who want to know tips and tricks and get into making your own video content. Hit me up on the Discord. I'll be happy to answer any questions, help out where I can. Quite passionate about it. It's so very fun. The editing part kind of sucks, but the final results, man, it's so cool to make content. Put out something you're impassioned about, share some skill with the world, show off, do a little humble flex for your friends. Good stuff. I know I've mentioned it before to regular community members, but had I gone on for my master's and gone on teaching, the intention was always to teach video art as pertains to content creation. I think that'd be hella fun. Oh, that is flickering, isn't it? Let's reset this camera. Here in a minute. We'll reset that Brio. I still prefer a $5 bar clamp and a $5 phone mount. Yeah, those are great, but a good aluminum frame tripod opens up a lot of like mobile potentiality. You do have a good point though. You don't even need to spend a huge amount. If you're just working at the desk, if you have a static mount area, it's yeah, really accessible. Okay, so we're doing the same thing here. Just going round and round and round, getting the first layer of red on. I think from here we'll do the gory red and mix this into a wash and put that all over so we get into the crevices, and then we'll go back and clean up the spiky bits, and then even the like rising sun iconography and the other little markings. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna reset the Brio. Let's reset the Brio. That's the
Comstar Knight
Knight
asked me, tell me more about Nathan's paper tubes. Also, burr, 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 Oh, honey, Nathan's paper
Oh,
tubes
honey.
is just a little inside joke around here. It's all about the sound of farts into those tubes making a funny echoey noise, just like someone's trying to play a trumpet but forgot their practice. As for the brrr sounds, reminds me of them rotary auto cannons spinning up and letting loose.
Spinning up and letting
Perfect
loose.
for a
Yeah.
good chuckle, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Keep them tubes handy. You never know when the need arises.
You never know when the need arises. Make sure to have your Nathan's PFAS coated paper tubes, the best for farting into. Sponsor of the channel, Nathan's Paper Tubes. Get yours today for 6 easy payments of $14.97. We also accept wolf bills, of course. All right. That one's pretty good. Okay, so maybe Attenborough is a little low now. We could probably boost him by like 8%. It's really hard to dial them in. They also seem a little inconsistent. I gotta muck about with it, I suppose. All right, we got our red. We got our red. We got all that red. Red. If you guys don't know the red reference, make sure to watch the Orloff Grenadiers video, working with Ironwind Metals, and check the Paint in a Bag Olympics, and you'll know all about Red and Nathan. Okay. So, we got a single pass of red. Let's double check where our dragon is getting the other bit. I believe it was a double stripe on the right arm, the sunburst here, and then the forehead and antenna bits. From the people who brought you Paint in a Bag, Pitted L Pork Chop, and anything Iron Elemental does with his wolf bills. That's the what do you mean he fucked the subs? What are you talking about? I'm very lost, Mr. Kotex. Who's fucking subs? All right, so we're doing a big sunburst thingy. The rising sun on that arm, double stripe over here, little stripy bits on his he hat. So I think we may swap to this smaller 3.0 round, and we're gonna film this bit. So let's get that set up. Let's get that set up here. Tabletop Tuesday. Tabletop Tuesday will come back sometime soon. I was actually talking with someone recently about maybe bringing it back as a playthrough of Baldur's Gate. While I prepare the assets for Keep on the Borderlands. I think it could be fun. I want to go back through the game as an all bard party. Oops, all bards. I think it'd be really fun. Don't really know though. I really don't want to tie too much video gaming to the channel. It is not a video game channel, you know. But some things, if they're like, if they're close enough in relation to what we're doing, I think they're okay. Like the tabletop simulator stuff is perfect because it's, you know, tabletop. And MechWarrior 5 playthroughs, well, it's Battletech channel, so it kind of makes sense. You know, don't hesitate to let me know what you'd want to see as well in comments or chats or Discord, whatever. All is acceptable. Okay, so man, that is the 15th call today from a spammer. God damn, dude. I got an offer for a pre-approved debt consolidation loan, and I signed up for it. I went on and they're like, no, you're not actually pre-approved. And the very next day, I've been getting fucking spam calls every 20 minutes all day, from like 6 in the morning to whatever time it is now, 7 o'clock at night. It sucks. It really sucks. I'm trying to get like I need like a $10,000 loan. To rebalance my interest rates, basically. And it's just so hard to secure that. Alright. Let's get our starburst on here. Our sunburst. Boom, it's gonna come across there. Get that on there. Just want to film enough of it that we get the idea across. And then we'll clean it up in the next step. Alright, it's good enough for the filming. Yeah, it's been bad, Mr. Square Peg. They are relentless, and honestly, I almost feel like those ads that you get in the mail that's like, you're pre-approved. I kind of assume they actually make their money on selling your information. It sucked. It looked like a good deal. You know, it seemed like it was gonna be it seemed like it was going to be a little bit less interest than what I'm stuck with now, and then they didn't approve it, which really sucks. If I could just secure a lender, somebody would be poised to make a fat amount of money off of me regularly. I'm in a bit of a debt trap right now from living on a bunch of cards while I was in school. And, I mean, I make my payments. I have a long history of making payments. It just would be super nice to get them at a little bit lower interest rate at this point. Okay, so here we're going to come in and we're going to clean up. We're going to start doing our little bits and bobs here. How do I do a preview projector? Is that out of focus? It's half-ass focused, right? You can at least see what I'm doing here. I think we do need to switch to a smaller brush now. Skip. Messages. Switch back to normal. Alright, so as per the scheme guide given over by our client, our rising sun icon is gonna come off in these like tattered edges, and that's what we're doing now. I think I got it a little off center, but I believe the idea is still sold. Get this on here. All right. It's nice ragged edges here. We'll do the same over here. We'll clean it up a little bit. Boom. This one maybe is a little too ragged. So let's come and clean that up some right here. Reduce the number of points coming off it, you know. There we go. And then this one will do the same right here. We'll bring this one a little tighter in, I think. So 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. And we'll do a fourth little bit coming off there. All right. Make sure that's all cleaned up here. Make sure our circle is circular. Pow. All right, and then he gets a double stripe over here. So we're gonna do the thicker stripe up top. Let's run that. And then we'll do the smaller stripe here. Push that thicker stripe up onto the arm to make it noticeably thicker. Then we'll bring it on around the arm. Right here. Dude, painting red over white is always so nerve-wracking. Because you know, any little slip and you're going to have a very permanent mark you're not going to be able to get rid of. And because we used our contrast paint to establish our initial white tones, we're not going to be able to, not exactly going to be able to clean it up if we make any huge mistakes. The only option is the really quick cleanup. Let's get that going there. Okay. Enough on the inside of the arm that, like, if you peek underneath it, you'll see it. Doesn't have to be perfect there though. Let's get that. And then he had, I think it was complete red tips on the top, yeah. Okay, so we'll do the little tips of his antennas. Do the little tips of his antennas right here. Like so. Make those look nice and wide. Same here. Trying to keep it uniform height across the whole thing. Boom. Bow. We come in with a little stripe underneath it. Same deal, we're going to keep wrapping around on both of these. Same back here. Let's keep them as clean as we can. We may clean those up with a little bit of white here in a bit. And then he asked for the same thing right here on this little bit. So, thicker on top, little white band, and then right on the bottom. Sick. There we go. And then we're going to bust out the camera and we're going to make all our ragged edges coming up off that midsection. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Welcome, Boba Fett. I've seen you in the comments before. It is the one and only Boba Fett. Man got launched into a Sarlacc pit. I drink way too much caffeine to have steady enough hands for that. I drink a lot of caffeine myself. I think it's a skill that comes with lots of practice. I recommend giving a go at you should do, like, if you have like an extra bass or something, you bust one out and then like do a whole bunch of little freehand cymbals on it, and eventually you'll hit this flow state where you're like you work with the shakiness of your hands, if that makes any sense, instead of fighting it. I definitely have shakes too. When you need to pull a really tight little line, you can exhale as you work. That usually helps reduce the shaking. Alright, so this may be a little out of focus for y'all at the moment, because I'm going to be filming it here. After I get a little bit of footage, I'll go back to prioritizing your view. I need the camera here to get some for the video. So we're just going to create these like ragged, jagged edges here. It's funny, this actually reminds me a lot of like a White Scars paint job from Warhammer 40k. They could be fun to paint. Thought about doing some Warhammer 40k paint jobs on battle mechs. Let me know in the comments if you think that'd be fun, especially if you found this via the algorithm after the fact and watched the VOD. Let me know down below. I want to know. I see the analytics, but the engagement, that's the good stuff, and it helps us to grow. After all, this is a community, not just a space where I post my mix. Sarlacc Pit was no bueno, do not recommend. I went on to meet Danny Trejo though, so net positive. Yeah, fuck yeah. Kotek says try lens jeweling and looks great if you do it even half well. Yeah, exactly. They really, look, the thing I really push for on freehand and small details, you don't really have to do things particularly well for it to read well. In the end, you're not going for perfection. You want to sell an idea to your viewer. B1B Flyers video on freehanding, the camo specs freehanding video is really good on that. You want to kind of break things down to their constituent shapes and then slap them on, and I think that applies to anything, whether you're talking freehand details, whether you're talking highlights, whether you're talking lens jeweling. I really urge you to find some model that has really impressed you and like really give it a once over, like a deep once over, and break down the little shapes and examine it closely and kind of try to see the stroke marks and whatnot. Quite often you'll find that paint jobs are a lot messier than the initial viewing would have you believe. I think it's most noticeable in like non-metallic metal, which like actually works from having color butted up against color rather than the smooth blends. Don't get me wrong, smooth blends help a lot, but just like stacking up those tones in the right order is really good for that. Ghost Regiment livery is based off the Mech Warriors tattoo, if they have them right. I think that's right. Yeah, because they're Yakuza. B1B goes into a lot of steps with the blend. It looks fine even if you go into less. I agree. 100%. These aren't actually Ghost Regiment. I definitely clickbaited a little bit there. It wasn't intentional. I thought they were Ghost Regiment, but Ghost Regiment is more like they're light gray that's almost white, and then they have trim in a certain color, and then they have the like all the detailing based off the individual mech warriors tattoos. Yeah, that is accurate. These guys don't really know. They're just it was a fun request from the client where it wasn't a specific regiment that was requested as much as they took the images of the catalyst models and then did a mock-up for me, which is crazy. And I'm gonna do my best to follow that. Obviously it won't be perfect, but I love the challenge. Okay, so we got our ragged edges there. I think our red is ready on this boy. Oh no, I gotta do his butt. Let's rub on his tushy. Let's get them sharp dag going on right ya. I'm trying to not make them even. A little bit inconsistent, a little up and down, smaller ones, bigger ones, longer ones, shorter ones, fatter ones, thicker ones. All red though. Ooh, more ads. Holy fuck, the amount of ads. Jeez. Kmart Ghost Regiment, Spooky Squad, hell yeah. The best paint jobs are good paint jobs at arm's length. I respect my buddies' minis, but I'm not picking them all up to stare at them up close. Yeah, exactly. People will pick up your models and look at them closer whether you want them or not. I find it just a finished state you're happy with. Yeah. So many ads, so little time. I can't complain all that much because, I mean, in the end, I'm on YouTube making money through the ads. So, like, can I really complain that much? It's a lot. And as a Google AdSense partner, I would never ever come on here and tell you that uBlock Origin would block ads on YouTube where you don't have to see them. I would never ever in 1,000 years tell you that you could watch YouTube through the Firefox app on your phone with uBlock Origin and not watch ads. I would not tell you that because I'm pretty sure that's some kind of like violation of the terms of services to not be force-fed ads by using uBlock Origin and Firefox. Yeah, I would never tell you that. All right, that's looking pretty good, I think. Looking pretty good. Next, the almighty Seabill must flow. Yeah. Kotek says, then again, I've been complimenting on skin tones that are literally just base coat and wash. So people have lower standards than you would think. Yeah, I think so too. And honestly, as an enjoyer of paint jobs, I can appreciate stuff done to a much lower standard. It doesn't have to be perfect. I love seeing shit painted up. Also, Nightbot does not get to pop cat without me. Oh, shit. I'll do that. Okay, so I think we matched as best we can the red. Oh fuck, I interrupted myself there. Okay, our red is there. We got to do the logo, but we'll get to that later. We still got to do the Kuritan symbols. That's fine. We did get our sunburst a little off, but it's gonna have to be at this point. We can't go back and fix it. So here, what is this? Woo, someone just boosted the Discord server. Hell yeah. Let's see what's next. We have our Thug. Thug is going to be much the same. We have We have the sunburst on the arm. We're going to be doing not really sure how to approach that. We got like a double stripe here, a double stripe, then a thick stripe, then another stripe on top.
H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail, cause I don't take spell.
I don't know how well that works here. We have some odd striping. We have it's mostly just the burst here that we're worried about. We'll do the burst here, and then this section right here is kind of confounding me. This looks like it's on the inside up here. So we got a stripe, and then a thick stripe, and then a thick stripe, and then two thin stripes. I think we can work with that. Let's do it. It does look like... What the fuck is that? Oh no. When did this happen? Can't believe I haven't noticed that till now. I had a big old wad of 3D print resin, it looks like, on my little monitor there. Kotek says, a fully painted 40k army is far better than a half pro painted, half prime mess. I'd play either, even only prime minis, but I'd much rather fully painted to a lesser level than half finished. Yes, I agree. My buddy Zetz really sold me on that concept. Do you want perked or do you want done for your paintings? And I used to care about the perfect back when the only minis I really owned was my collection, my one army, my Space Marines. It's like I kind of wanted them done to the highest standard possible. And basically what would happen is I'd paint like the sergeant, I'd paint the chapter commander, I'd paint maybe one or two Marines, and the rest of the squad would be primed or bare plastic. Just never done. Always in a state of never done. And now I paint these lances for eBay, for videos, whatever, and just get them done to a good enough standard. Good enough is good enough, and good enough looks way better than not done at all. Yeah, big recommend. Painting up some stuff, getting it done to good enough, and posting on the Country Fried Minis Discord, where we will heap praise and critique alike. Okay, we have something interesting going on here with this guy's armor panels. I think we might actually just follow the armor panels for our sunburst rays here. I'm going to switch over to a bigger brush so we can hold more on the tip. But let's get this done. So the intention tonight, we're going to get these guys done as much as possible. Hopefully to a basically completely done stage. They will be finished tomorrow. And I will send a final approval off to the client from there. And then Friday we will be back. Well, maybe not actually, because we got the Dicks in the Dark stream this Friday. But Friday we'll be working on some more models. We might actually just make that a Discord hangout. I think I'll do a post about that over on the Country Fried Minis Discord. Got another set of models to paint up for another client on Fiverr. So if you want to check that out, come on, True. Perfect is the enemy of good. Yeah, no kidding. It well and truly is. So I'm looking at this model now, and in retrospect, I should have maybe split these panels in half and done a little here and a little there, but we'll fly with it at this point. We'll fly with it at this point. I think we may still do like the alternating thing. We're diverging a little bit from the client's intentions here, unfortunately. I suppose I could repaint this section here and make it a little more accurate to what they've requested specifically. We may have to. Let's see. Because that'd give us like red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. Yeah. Yep. Shit, fire. Let's set this model aside. We'll go back and correct that in a moment. Guy I played against went for Lamenter Scheme. The minis that were done were incredible, generally enjoyment, but the half-finished base Yellow Marines did hamper enjoyment. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, in the end, I think your models are they're not for you. I mean, objectively they are for you, right? But when you're painting an army for the tabletop, you're painting them for your opponent's experience. Really. I'd argue perfect is the antithesis of art itself. No human is perfect, so the art must reflect this, or it has no meaning. That's actually something that was brought up in one of the Black Library books, the Horus Heresy books. There's this section where Fulgrim, the Primarch of the Emperor's Children, is making the sculpture, and he's talking to one of his underlings about what is wrong with this sculpture. And he's done this sculpture of, I can't remember who it was, but he's basically made a completely perfect bust carving of this individual, and that's what the attendant says to him. It's too perfect. It can't, like, the perfection is what's destroying its artistic value. All right, so our boy here gets a red head, and then he's got a sunburst coming from around the neck. So we're just going to coat all these panels. Anywhere we had the panel lines, those are going to get filled in by the wash here in our next step. But we do need a first pass. I think we thinned this too much. I need another drop of paint in here. You're respecting the experience. The freehand checkers and such on the pauldrons are fantastic, but I think you underestimated how much effort would be on every... Thank you, ad. Holy fuck, dude. It's been like 20 ads. In what, an hour and a half? That's crazy. I've been practicing on minis to give to my buddies. The good enough philosophy is very reassuring. Dude, that's incredible. Incredible that you're doing that. That's something that I think I maybe brought up in the last stream. In this modern era of go fast and instant gratification, of TikTok videos and YouTube shorts, people do not have time. People don't play long games at the game store. They don't want to spend a million hours working on anything creative. They just don't have time. Time is at a premium, right? So I think it falls on to us as miniature painters to fill that gap at this point. If mini painting is something you truly enjoy and you want to get into, you should paint for other people. Whether you're talking gifts for friends, you know, helping your buddy finish their projects, painting for commercial sale on eBay or Etsy or whatever, or commission work. To take your effort and share your passion with everyone else, I think is where it's at these days. There was a time which I would have been a huge hater on folks buying minis, buying painted minis and not engaging with the hobby, but I realize it's not for everybody, and it takes time to develop those skills. So if it's something you really want, if it's something you really like, making that available to your friends is incredible. VoxelForge says, what up, y'all? Welcome, VoxelForge. Hope you're doing well. If you guys don't know about VoxelForge, make sure to check out VoxelForge over on Patreon for really cool, pretty damn unique sculpts of, it's not just Battletech. A lot of Battletech influence stuff, but other fun stuff. Make sure to check them out. We have a link for that. We have a link for that. What do I got? I do the C VoxelForge. There we go. And then I should be able to. Why can't I copy this damn link? Copy link, please. Copy link. It's just not giving me an indication that it's been copied. Bam, I'm gonna toss a link in the chat. Sometimes just trying to do anything on the damn phone it gets past me. It's nice to hear that, man. I appreciate it. I've been slowly getting better as I go, and I'm hoping to pick up some freehand knowledge because water slides suck. Oh man, you should get you a big sheet of styrene or a bit of cardboard or something with like a similar to miniature surface, and just go nuts. Just absolutely go nuts. Start painting up a whole bunch of freehands. Do you like pick you a start with a Kuritan symbol, right? Break it down. Red circle, black S, right? Red circle, black S, red circle, black S, red circle, black S. Then red circle with black S and a dragon head. Do that 20 times. And then red circle with a black S and the dragon's mouth with the horns and the little flicks at the bottom. Like any skill, it's developing that brush control. That's all. Kotek says, friend of mine literally stops by the paint winch after visiting the game store. He never turns up the game without painted minis, and she loves painting. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm on board with it. I think the last Rose City Raid event I was at was really instrumental in my appreciation of that trend. One of the guys there was a really competitive player. He was really passionate about the game. Did not paint minis. Did not have the skill to paint minis. Did not have the time to paint minis. And he would always show up to the tournaments with a fully painted army, where he would commission someone out and get the army painted that he wanted to play that year for the tournament circuit. Spending fair money, giving someone work, allowing a painter to flex their skills, and also showing up without metal minis, knowing that he's not a mini painter. Like I think that's kind of wonderful. And obviously I say that from a bias standpoint as a commercial painter on eBay. You know, check out my eBay store if you want some mechs painted by me. Just to remind folks, the store is the only thing open on the Patreon. Oh, fair enough. Well, check out some of those fun sculpts over there. Either way, VoxelForge does have some fun stuff. Another Nate says, just prime any piece of food packaging for a practice service. It's not a bad idea at all. Just some plastic. Kotek says, isn't time and skill in my experience, it's drive. You can have the former in spades. Without drive, the project stretches to infinity. Yeah, and it's the other thing, the whole, I think people make the mistake of trying to wait around for inspiration, and that's not how it works. Mood follows action, not the other way around. So like, if you wait till you have inspiration to paint, you're never going to get it done. Sometimes painting your models is a fucking chore. Sometimes it really sucks. Sometimes it's a miserable experience. Sometimes it's work. It's definitely something I have really learned as a professional, as an artist, getting paid to do work. Sometimes it's work. Sometimes it's work. It feels like work. It's not fun. Sometimes it's a project you really are not enthusiastic about, but you need that, that couple $100 this month, or have already accepted prepayment and need to get it done. Like, sometimes it sucks. And I think if you can paint through those moments, then the moments you do enjoy and find something you really like are all better. I got that stripe a little off here. I don't know if we can clean that up. The alignment's a little weird. I may have to clean that up when we go back in with the white for the thug. So this should be more like kind of that direction. So we'll cut that corner. And then we'll do the same over here. Bring this out right here. Right here. Zippy zap. Get our sunburst from around his neck. I'm sure there's some Japanese word for this pattern that I don't know. And we'll do one more up here, I think. Kind of in the same situation, right there. We maybe actually have fucked up so bad that we need to pack in another ray sticking out right here and then really shrink this one down. Yeah. We have botched this a little bit. It's fine though. We'll fix it up. Have this come down here. Off the back. We'll clean up those edges here in a moment. Let's double check if this guy had any stripes. Oh, dude, I'm just now seeing your troll lord, Mr. Voxelforge. If you want to get your Battletech Gothic on. Shit, I just closed the wrong app. Pull these messages back up. Where is our catapult? Cyclops. Alright, I think that's it. Just We got a little bit on the tip of the antenna to do. We did fuck up the... No, it's correct. We got it a little off center, but hey, what work is perfect, you know? It's 00. He's the symbol here on the side. It looks all right to me. Let's do his little jagged dags down here. And then once we get this on, we can wash it. And then go back in with this base color and highlight it. And from there, we've got 2 of them get waves, 2 of them get bamboo, and then everybody gets a dragon on them. And of course, in typical fashion, I have underestimated just how much time these guys are going to take. So I think we'll get as much as we can done tonight. And then I'll work tomorrow to finish these and send them off to the client. Then, like I said, Friday we'll do a Discord hangout, hobby hangout. I'll put a post on the YouTube channel on the posts page. I've got some timber wolves for another client that need to get painted, so be working on those on Friday. We can hang out, watch the Dicks in the Dark stream. If any of y'all are interested, have a good time, paint some models, talk shit, eat, what is it, eat hot chips and lime? Oh yeah, Doom inspired. Yeah, hell yeah. Big fan. Big fan. I still really want to do something with your Urban Mech Lamb, Mr. Boxy Forge. I think that would be a really fun project. Would probably bring in the clicks if we made content out of it. Well, people love an urban mech. People love an urban mech, and I don't know why. They're really bad. Like, folks want to say an urban mech is fine in the right setting, but I don't exactly see anybody playing the type of game where the urban mech is put in a situation where it would be good. Maybe that's a challenge for this year, to set up a scenario where the urban mech is good. Charge they phone, eat hot chips, and lie. Yes, there may a bit be bisexual. I think is the other one. Be bisexual, charge they phone, eat hot chips, and lie. I do like the eat hot chips and lie part. I think we should all do that more. I'm not necessarily saying like malicious lies, right? Like, I think a well-timed lie could be really funny. And that's kind of the spirit I'm thinking when I talk about a lie. Like, Kuritans are well known for executing down pilots. You know? They still do it. They'll always do it. Is it a lie? I don't know. You have to fact check me. That's on you. Okay, so Cyclops is mostly there. let's clean up these tips here. Alright, so there's one. Let's get this one cleaned up. Let's get this cleaned up real nicely. Get this edge cleaned up right here. And then we'll go back with some white here in a bit and get those other edges cleaned up. There we go. That looks okay. Here probably needs to be tightened up. Am I in frame? I'm trying to be in frame, y'all. I'm just really focused on the brush work. Instead of holding it in the right spot on the camera. I mean, it's basically there. I think we could probably stand to widen this angle a little bit right there, so it's closer to what was intended on the drawing. Right here. And we clean that up there. All right, and then he had a red tip. Let's get that going on. Red tip across here, and then a double stripe. Let's try to be very gentle and get that double stripe applied with some modicum of precision. There we go. And then across the back, and we do one more right here. Probably be better if I zoom this out a little bit, wouldn't it? That way it's a little easier to keep in focus or in frame. Yeah, let's come out just a little bit. Like that. Focus is in a weird position. Put an AC-20 on a mech, it'd be good if the match is all light mix. Yes, singular shit. Situation where Urban Mech King is same setting an AC-20 field gun King. Urban Mech AC-20 Urban Mech is bad Urban Mech. You want AC-10 Urban Mech. Wasp and Stingers. Interesting. I don't know. I think a Wasp or a Stinger will kill the shit out of an Urban Mech. Mobility is king. There. Yeah, I think if I'm going to run the big gun, I'm just going to use field gun infantry, yeah. AC-20 field gun infantry is like, I think it's like 400 BV, and you get a pair of AC-20s in it. And I'm pretty sure it's the same speed as the Urban Mech, it just can't move and shoot. You got to get it in position, and then, you know, you're ready to shoot. Nightbot is popping again. Nightbot popping. I'm gonna Nightbot Popcat, redeem Popcat, and then I'm gonna exclamation point cat as well. Cat. Just like that. Kotek says Ares Convention was before the Star League by over 100 years, let alone the Chaos Afterworks. It's gentleman's agreement at best in 3025. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, what's our spider look like for red? What's our spider got in red? Spider has we got the sunburst again on the arm, and all the tips get the double stripe, then he's got the double stripe on the arm. Okay. Easy peasy, let's make it happen. Easy peasy. Can we maybe fix that focus? Can we maybe fix the focus? Let's try here. Is this the right camera? Yes. Is our focal point's about right there? That's probably where I'm going to be working. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to start with our little sunburst bit right here. Shoot-de-whoop. And then that should have array, 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 and array. And we'll build it out this way. And we'll clean up our thug to get it looking about the same. Let's make that circle a little bigger so it'll be easier to get in there and paint. And I think we're even gonna push that red up into the crevice here, just so it's a little easier to paint. All right. Very little strokes till we get it right. Take it easy, small and slow. Hang around till it's time to blow. It's Presidents of the United States of America. Very underrated band if you're not familiar with their work. Most people know Peaches and Lump. They do have a really good set of stuff out there. All right, let's wrap a little bit of this red up underneath here. I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll do. And then it gets a double stripe over here, just like all the others. Wait, did it? I forgot. Yeah, double stripe here. Well, I was just going to respond to your message there, and I got another ad. That's the whole Kuritan. The whole Kuritan thing was probably just field commander's honest understanding of orders. Somebody said take no prisoners when they wanted everyone released after health checks not violented. No, it's me misquoting, misremembering the history of. There was a period where Kuritan had a whole like death to mercenaries policy. When the commander says put the planted sword, he means it's doubly so. Yeah. So there was a very brief period in which Kuritans were killing downed and surrendered mercenaries. And because Crescent Hawk's Inception and Crescent Hawk's Revenge were such an influence on my intake of Battletech as a kid, Kuritan will always be the bad guy, so I will forever spread the lie that Kuritans killed down pilots. Forever. Just because they did it that one time definitely means that they do it every time. We're drinking some zero sugar tonic water tonight. Okay, back to work. What do we got here? We got a double stripe happening right here. We'll do the thick one right here. Try to get that in frame for y'all. We'll do the thick one right here, right across that green stuff work. And then we'll do the thin one right underneath and try not to fuck it up too bad. My hands are hella shaky right now. Do a little exhale before pulling the line. Yeah, next time you're painting, you got shaky hands. Try out the exhale trick. You'll feel and see the difference immediately. All right. Hello, coordinator? Yes. Kotek says there were merc companies dedicated to fighting the Kuritans. The Bloody Wolf's Dragoons got in on the action when they got the wrong end of Kuritan power games. My new cannon is more fun. Lord be gone. Lord be gone. Lord be gone. Lorb? How would you spell Lorbigon? Is that Lorbigon? That's a Pokemon name. If I heard one. Lorbigon would be a book, like a angry looking paperback book, and it would evolve into a hardback. And then it would evolve into its third form, which is like a stack of encyclopedias or something. Knowing how Pokemon's is now with the silly stuff. See if we can't run some zippy zaps right here. I do like the part where this song goes do Guido read. Let's get that there. A little bit more up here. It does a Guido deep and then a bueno dip. Get those jagged edges up here as well. A little bit right here as well. Clean up any of the white we still see. Bam, man on in. Lore be gone, the internet argument says. Sanitizer, yeah. Yes, yes. It's just the ultimate actually. Spelled ACKSHOOALLEE. Alright. I think this is starting to come along, y'all. This is looking pretty decent. Put a sharp point down near his penis. And one off to the side. Do we get his butt already? We do. We need to put a little bit more red up here. A little bit going up here. 1 point. And 2 points. And 3 points. And then we'll clean up any spots that don't have enough red. So right here. Wrapping down around there. Excellent. And right here. Boom. Alright, we got our red on this guy too. Alright, so we need to do a little cleanup. We do need to do a little cleanup, and we need to really clean out this brush. So I've been sucking on it, but it's not going to be enough to get the red out. So we want a little bit of acetone, and because this is a small brush, we don't need much. We're going to get in here and really pull out any color. Now, I wouldn't do this if it was a natural bristle brush, but this is a synthetic fiber brush, so I ain't even sweating it. We're gonna roll that around in the bottom of this acetone. You see all that disgusting gunk. Can you believe all that was in here? There's still more in it. Let's give it one more roll around. I think that's metallic that's stuck in there. That's why it's so crusty. Ah, shit. Just reactivated that red off my thumb. Saw it even. Lorvigon deep lore retcon. Yeah. Very silly. Kotek says, have you played Eternal Darkness for GameCube? Because that looks like a spell from that game. That's funny. That's funny. I've never played it myself, but I am well aware of it. Okay, so from here, we're going to correct our white where we spilled things. And to do so, we used white, but we also used silver gray. So we're going to start with a silver gray. We're going to start with a silver gray correction. And we're not going to film this. Sometimes I like to include corrections in the filming, but I'm not super worried about it here. This is just kind of a minor point. We also want to thin this just a little bit, but not a whole drop of water. So I'm going to grab a little bit of water here on the tip of my brush and bring it over, so less than a drop, and then we'll grab some of this and thin it out. I want it thin, but not translucent. All right, so let's correct where we fucked up right here. So I want this in more of that shape. And it sucks because this is going to be really, really visible. This little correction point is going to be very noticeably corrected. We could probably come back in with a little bit of gray with our speed paint once this sets. There was another spot somewhere. Oh, it was the thug. It was the thug. And we're just gonna have to repaint all of this where the red was. Now this one I think will be a little easier to hide. We may still need to come back in with our gray, honestly. The apothecary white contrast, or a similar tone washed in the crevices. So basically we're gonna divide all these panels into two stripes instead of just the singular stripe, because the trio does not really make a lot of sense. We can, however, come in and split this right here and leave a little bit ready to go already on the foundation. Boom, like that. Wow. Clean that up. Nice, like warm, almost white gray color. Should I dare say this silver gray, it would be the color of the Ghost Regiment. Canonically, their color is gray so light that it's almost white. So let that dry. I don't think this needs any more touching. We've got that. It looks good now. It's almost right. It's good enough, you know. We can at least come in here on this guy and start doing our little dags and whatnot. I played something like Eternal Darkness. What does that mean? What even does that mean? I'll tell you what it means is ads. That's what it means. Ads. I love ads. They're so fucking cool. I love these unskippable ads too, so I have to sit here and watch the whole goddamn thing before I can hit the button on the next one. That was a double unskippable. YouTube, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you and your ads. I will never buy anything that shows up in your ads. Never, ever. Never, never, ever. If anything, I see the ad and I will avoid that product. My favorite bum is back yelling for Ross. Can you guys believe it? That guy has a knack for showing up at the peak of annoyance. That sounds like a different voice. That is someone else yelling for Ross. So obviously, this shithead Ross, who lives above me, is informing his people to come stand at the street and yell like heathens up at his 5th story window. Big stripe, double stripe. I don't know if you guys know, but there's this absolute monster of a homeless man who yells for my neighbor Ross 30, 40, 50 times a day. And I live on the 2nd story. So when he is projecting his voice to carry up to the 5th story window, it really is audible in my apartment. Alright, so we're doing big stripe here, but we're going to leave the spinny bit in white. I do want enough here that it reads as the big thick stripe. And then he's got a double stripe underneath. So we'll do that one, and then we'll do a small stripe right here. Right here. Right here. All the way back. Right here. I've really fucked up in the application of this, actually. That's bad positioning of it. Oh well. Probably gonna have to correct it with our white. Then we're gonna do another one right here. I'm really not able to keep this straight. It's gonna have a lot of cleanup because I am sloppy. Good enough. We'll clean it up here in a bit. Need to thicken it up back here. Thicken it up right here. Right here. Eternal darkness, you say. Dorkingness. Come on, computer. Come on, computer. Okay, so it does seem that our white is dry up here, so we can come in and start adding our rays, put in properly this time. So we'll split these in half, and then that's how our rays will go down this time. That, we'll do another one here. Half of this. Boom, and it runs up underneath right there. And then we're going to come over here and get this one. Boom, right in half. Run it up to there. Zap. Chow. Come over here. Split it in half. Run it off the back like so. And then one more at the bottom. Split this one in half right here. Have it zip out like that. Bam. Looks way better this time. Clean this up here. Okay, now we do need to like diverge a little bit from the pattern because the illustration that we have is not. These don't extend exactly. They're more of an alternating pattern, but we'll line it up here as best we can. So we'll come off of this one and then do that panel right there. Bam, right up here. And it lines up decently. So then we'll do this panel as well. Which is good because this is the panel that got a bunch of knife work on it, so it's nice to get a solid color on it. And then these are going to alternate all the way around, of course. Bam, bam. Kotex, at Kotex, I've never touched a GameCube. I don't know if I've ever even seen one. They're cubes. They have a handle too. Which I can only imagine is to make them convenient to take to your buddy's house. Where you can then play Dreamcast games. Because he had a Dreamcast and he's like, nah, I don't want to play GameCube. Wow, so cool that you brought this over. Let's play this other thing. Alright, so we're going to pull these panels inwards now. Racho. Right here too. Booyaka chow. And then up here as well. Bring that in. These parts are... Damn it. We formed a little surface tension connection point that needs to be corrected. Alright, much better. We'll get this boy here. Bang our head against the lamp again. It's very important to the process, you know. Alright. We're almost ready for step 2 of the red. How long have we been on the red now? About an hour and a half? Project always takes so much longer than expected. Okay, let's clean this up. Let's do our little triangular dags. Who is it that calls them dags? That's an orc thing, right? The like repeating pattern of triangles. Pretty sure it's Warhammer 40k orc thing. Let's continue on these back here. Zip, run a dag down that. This actually maybe needs to just be fully filled in here. And then we'll come in here and do more little bits coming down off of that. And there. And there. Same over here. Chow. They just leave the eye out of diag for diagonal. Yeah, that makes sense. Peppermint dragon is a little peppermintish, isn't it? Orcs have good taste, at least. Yes. I like the energy of this track quite a bit. Sometimes it's exactly what's needed. And sometimes it's competing with the noise coming from the bum downstairs. I may have to get up and close that window before I go insane. Been very warm in my apartment, and I've needed to keep the window open. But tonight's bum NATO includes Bluetooth speakers, I guess, and screaming. Alright, that is our striping. I think that's good there. We need to do a little bit up here, actually. A little bit right there. And then I do some here, but we're going to have that dragon head there, so it's not going to matter. A little bit right there. One more little pit sticking up there. Clean up top. Anywhere we have that white showing. All right, looks decent. We have our red on there. So from here, what do we need next? We need the white. I tell y'all, the craziest part about the noise from the jackass bums who live directly under my window, waiting on their meth dealer to come down and bring them their fix, is that I have the music from this stream piping into my ears at a pretty good volume, and I can still hear them over it. They are evil bastards. Evil, selfish, antisocial pieces of shit. And if you out there are a homeless individual watching Country Fried Minis, I hope that you're not being a jerk to the people living in the building that you live underneath. Sorry, living downtown in San Francisco has made me grow very, very cold towards some of the homeless population. I've lived here for a long time, and it's never been this bad. We just have a couple bad apples have moved into the neighborhood. You know, because the drug dealer that lives on my 5th floor, supplying them with their drugs. All right, so we got our stripes on. I feel like there was something else we were supposed to correct with the white. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. Let's take a moment though and add in a little bit of our apothecary white onto that white that we just applied here, at least to shade it back down to kind of match the original tones. Was there another spot we corrected somewhere? Can't remember. That's always going to be like a noticeable staining, but it's just what we're gonna have to do. Where else did we correct? Oh, right here. Dude, don't lick your contrast paint. It's really bad. Holy fuck, that's disgusting. All right, there we go. We got our white on. So from here, I think we had a few red symbols that need to get added. But I think I'm more worried about doing our, we're going to do a gory red application first. So, let's get back out our film device, our camera. Let's get our camera. I have a lot of messages over there. I have a lot of messages. I'm going to have to wait. Alright, we'll get the camera out and we're going to film making a charger plug. Alright. Having to respond to a message here. I'm having to deal with something, y'all. Some wires maybe have gotten crossed here. I've lost my train of thought. What the hell am I doing? I'm making a wash. I'm making a wash. Making a wash. Sorry, I that was important to respond to. You know, it's what I get for discussing projects right before I go live on stream. Okay, so we're gonna show our gory red. We're going to put out a drop right here. Probably 2 drops. We'll do 2 drops of that. We're gonna grab our pipette of water, and we're gonna do 3, 4, 5 drops of water, and we're gonna come in with isopropyl. All good. Hope everything's all right. Oh, I'm coordinating with someone to paint up some models for the Black Knight video. I need to do some shots of a mech dealership. And I don't think I'm going to have time to paint the models myself in addition to everything else I'm working on. So I'm trying to get them to paint up a set of mechs that'll match the printed ones I have, so we can do the digital shots. Should be a really fun video right at the end of the month. It is definitely delayed, but you know, it is what it is. Where is my... We'll use this brush, I think. Okay. This brush is kind of alive. We'll show this one. We'll come in here. We'll grab our boy. And we're gonna get in there with some dark red wash. We're going to try to be really careful with it. We don't want it to spread out too far. God damn it. Motherfuck. Hopefully I can lift all that off. That's really bad. Well, I couldn't even finish saying we don't want to spill it because it'll create really bad staining. And no sooner than I had gotten halfway through that sentence, I sloppily ran my brush across the mech. Also, I don't think this paint is dark enough. So we need to add a tiny bit of a darker color to it. So we're going to take a little bit of Imperial Blue, and we're going to grab just the smallest bit on the tip of our paintbrush here, just like the tiniest amount, and we're going to mix it into our red here to turn it into more of a dark color. This is very potent pigment, so it's going to overpower what we have here very quickly, but we're going to end up with this nice purpley red that'll bring our shade down further. So we'll take this and we'll start. I don't even think that's dark enough, really. Can't really tell. We're not flooding the surface. We're just finding anywhere there's like crevices that could benefit from it and putting a little bit on there, accentuating like that. God damn it, I got some on the fucking... You gotta be fucking kidding me. I've been good all night, and all of a sudden my brush work is getting really fucking sloppy. Oh, come on. Maybe it's because I'm trying to film the stupid thing and I'm too far from my work, so I can't really pay attention. Alright, so here we go. Let's do this where y'all can see it. So we just want just like little bits and bullshit in there. We just want a little bit. Wow, what the fuck? That little speck of something in there lifted the paint off. It's that little bit of ISO that we put in there. Alright, maybe this won't have little specks of black in it. So our color here is going to seep into those crevices and darken it up. Right here should be really apparent. Right there, boom. Get a little purple in there. Get a little darkness in the cracks. Add a little depth to our red. Anywhere that we see panel lines on the red, god damn, dude. I end up with lots of little bits of black in there. I should have known that the ISO would create a problem with that old paint in there. That's on me though. Let's get those washed down. A little bit on this panel right here. So we'll see right here, zip, and then we get that purple in it. Excellent. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. Not much. We're not coating the thing. Look, every time I run the brush by the motherfucker, I'd fucking break something. Jesus Christ. Can I have really ruined it so bad? It's awesome. And we'll correct this with white. Holy fuck, dude. I've just ruined this model with sloppy application of red. Don't get red on your white. Y'all don't do it. I can maybe hide this bit with weathering later. It's like you put that on there and it's like the white is red, you know? Maybe I'm just, I can't do random kanji, Mr. Nate. I have a clear guideline with kanji. Every application of color is precise and deliberate on these. This is not exactly freedom here. Not as much freedom as other projects, at least. Nope. The client basically painted exactly what they wanted, which is really fucking cool. First time I've had that level of direction in a paint project. So it reminds me of doing the Yin Lo Wang paint up. Like, that guy has a very clear and specific application of paint. It's all right. We'll clean it up. We'll go back. We'll put the white in. We'll re-wash it down. We'll fix it up. We'll make it look okay. It will look fantastic. And then we got to go back and put red over this again, anyways. Too. Got to re-highlight it, you know. All right. Is that everything? The dragon? We got to do the dragon now. Yeah, because he didn't have the deep purple. I can't believe it's taken this whole stream just to get the red on. I honestly thought we'd be long done with the red already. All right. Okay. What is next? 2.5 hours in. Oh, you know what? I think the waves and stuff will fix that. Looks like this camera is flickering again. Let's fix that. Disable, re-enable. Cameras just break. What is actually next? I think it's time for the kanji. I think it is time for the kanji. Snake this around everything. Dude. The amount of messages, all the messages. Lots of messages when I can't answer messages. Your messages will have to wait. Is it Dwagon time? No. No, unfortunately, I don't think so. I mean, maybe it'll have to be. This project is taking a lot longer than I was expecting at this point. Can we do dragon? We could maybe do the dragon. I think these guys are gonna take another like 8 to 10 hour workday. This puts me way behind. That actually means I've got several 10-hour workdays ahead of me. Yeah, let's try to do the dragon and then I'll wrap up the stream. I need to reappraise the situation. So dragon, we're gonna start with a black coil wrapping around from the top of his nose past the shoulder and down the back. The problem here is that I'm filming this and I need to do it in logical order with the filming. So maybe we're probably not going to get to the dragon in the next hour. Maybe if I blast through the red, maybe if I just blast through the red, we could get to it. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little disappointed that I thought we'd be further along. Okay, so let me draw this symbol. Let me draw this symbol for our purposes here. So it's like a strip across and then straight down, real long. And then we got like a little diddly-doo there and a biddly-bop here and a thingamabob like that. Okay. May have to come back tomorrow. Maybe not. Honestly, I think I need to just do work without worrying about a stream or Discord stuff tomorrow. I think that's the plan. What is the date? The 7th. So today's 7th, tomorrow's 8th, 9th. I think we could do tomorrow, then Friday we'll do the Discord hangout and do the other ones, and then I've got 2 other lances that got to be done by the 11th. You're doing all the things and narrating it live. Of course, it's going to take longful timeness. I grossly underestimated the amount of time it would take to do the thing. Okay, so let's actually paint a meaningful little bit though right here. Let's see which one of these is zoom in. Get that zoomed in. And how about I adjust the fucking recording camera so that it's at a height where you guys can see and I can record at the same time. Where's this actually at where you guys can see? So if I set this up to right there, then I should be able to... Alright, we show the camera, we pull the dragon up, we grab this, and we come in and we do the, we do this zippy zap across there. Grab a little more paint, wipe off the excess. We're going to come down with one of these doodads like that. Yeah. We grab this and we're going to come in with a little snaky loop feller right there. Yep. Then we're going to come in with another zippy zap that goes across it right there like that, and really fuck it up by mushing our brush down as we go by. Perfect. And then this thing's gonna pop up right here like so. It's really a bad surface for putting that symbol on, but that's what it is. Good enough. Okay. And I think we'll also show to the camera that we're going to do a little highlighting here to our red. Actually, I don't think this highlight's going to read. We need to boost the color in it a little bit. You probably wouldn't even be smushing colors in the wrong spots if you weren't managing 83 cameras and yelling at chat. This is accurate. Distractions are very real. What color are we going to put in to create our highlights? I think we're going to add a little gold yellow to it. I think we're going to add a tiny little bit of gold yellow here. So we're going to come in here and do a single drop in there. And hopefully that's enough to boost it up. And rub this down. It's a little orangey. Actually, maybe we should have gone with a more pink highlight in hindsight. But let's just come in and we'll do a little highlighting. A little highlighting here and there. Not much. We're not going to cover all the surfaces, but we're going to accentuate the wash work that we did. Just bring a little life to the mini. Can't really see it too well on that, but it's good enough. A little bit here, a little bit there. We're not going to highlight every surface, but the closer it gets to the CT and face, which are the focal points of the model, the more we want to give it some love. Okay. Now that we have that footage, we can focus on getting in here and actually painting the thing. Where's our focal point? Why is it all the way up here? Why is it not down at a reasonable area? It's because I'm bad at my job. Just because I'm bad at my job. Why did that snap the focus? That's fucking strange. So let's maybe zoom that back where it's supposed to be and get our focus in the right spot. Alright, so we're going to come in, we're just going to attack edges. Bam, bam, bam. We don't even care about super clean application, we're just getting it on there. This color is close enough to the original that it's not super apparent, we just want it on there. Just want it on there to bring things out. We're going to work quickly. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Get it on there, you know? Oh, my nose is itching. Why? Nightbot reminding folks that I do commission painting over on Fiverr at fiverr.com/Thurston Studios. Check out what's on offer if you want your own mech painted up by yours truly right here on stream, even potentially. I even have a offer where you can pay a little extra to ensure that your project gets turned into a video right here on the channel. So check it out if you want to show support to the channel. You want to supply artists with work. Good spot to do it. Alright, so lots of super not boring at all highlight work to go. I really do need to do the dragon probably on stream, don't I? That is the most interesting part. Just you know, putting the red on has taken 3 hours, and I fucking didn't expect that. Not what I was anticipating at all. It's a good lesson though. Murphy's Law in action. Still gotta come up with a short for tonight, y'all. I still got to come up with a short for tonight. Alright. This is coming along though. Okay. Okay. I do feel like I'm running out of steam though, to tell you the truth. And as much as it do disappoint, it may be the right call to give in to that. Go eat some food. Continue working on these boys. Tell you what, I will either do a posted update tomorrow on them, or I'll do another stream. I don't know if I'm going to stream yet or not. I could maybe pack in another stream on them, and we could actually do the dragon this time. Yeah. Yeah, tell you what, that's exactly what we're doing. I got salad stuff in there. I got some zesty Italian dressing with iceberg lettuce and celery and black olives to make a fat bowl of salad, re-energize myself, hop in the Discord and chat if anybody wants to say howdy, and then we'll be back same time tomorrow. I'm gonna get these guys ready and we'll do the dragons. I've just run out of steam. So same time tomorrow, 6 p.m. PST. I'm gonna get these boys ready for the dragon freehands, and we'll touch on that and get them done. And then from there, they just get a little bit of chipping and a wash, and then these guys will be ready to go out the door. So just hit me. I still got to do the bases and all that. So the bases are going to be snowy. So same time tomorrow, we'll do dragons. We'll do basing. We'll get these done. I think I'm going to throw a brick out the window at my local bum. Yeah, I think I've just hit my limit. Maybe 3 hours is just where I'm at these days. So let's put a pin in this. Huge fucking thanks to the crowd coming through and checking out the stream tonight. I hope that you guys found some entertainment and some use out of this. Expect a lot more streams. I don't expect to be doing daily streams or anything like that, but lots more streams in this 2026 year. And once we get through the commissions this week, I think my last one goes out the 13th. We should be moving in to complete the Black Knight. I will probably stream some of that because I haven't done any work on it since this stage. We got the freehandy bits on it. And that's it. That's all I've done on it. We did the base rimming. I filled all this with milliput on the edges and got those sanded down. And it looks like even that's starting to come free. So we're probably going to need to do a second pass. But anyhow, yeah. Thanks for having us. Been a treat to watch. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really fatigued, and I'm gonna eat some nice, vibrant, living plant matter, and get a little fucking electrolytes and beverage in me. I'm gonna continue working on these tonight, but I'm gonna pop over and chat with folks in the Discord. Reminder: the Country Drive Minis Discord is always there. There's, it's a super inclusive hobby space for folks of all skill levels. So yeah, check it out if you're not already over there. We'd love to see what you're working on, and I think I speak for everybody who's over there. Anyhow, yeah, that's all I got. It's 10 minutes till 3 hours, so I'm gonna call it. And then tomorrow, dragons, same time, same place. If you want to see the end of this, especially if you're catching this after the fact via the algorithm, there'll be another VOD for you to dig into. Anyhow, lots of love, and hope you're having a wonderful evening. And remember that good enough is good enough. And I want you, as always, to remember to be happy while you're painting. Take it easy. See you tomorrow. This stream's been brought to you by Nathan's Paper Tubes, the absolute best for farting into unparalleled resonance and PFAS coating for ease of application and cleanup. Yeah, the fatigue has hit me like a wall of bricks. Catch y'all tomorrow.